Now let's talk about some of the things we're looking forward to most in 2019. Um, to kind of start off, I'm looking forward to live streaming some of the Coachella sets
Hmm.
that come out because they dropped their lineup this past Wednesday, and it's pretty fire, dude. I've seen some people kind of panning it, but I think compared to a couple of the past years, this seems like one of the stronger lineups I can remember,
Hmm.
especially when you see something like Firefly or even Governor's Ball today, which seem to be missing there. Um, it really pulled through, especially when Justin Timberlake and people so that they pulled out at the last
Yeah.
second from headlining. Um, I think that this means that there's going to be a big year in music moving forward, and I'm wondering what albums are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, I think the obvious sign, Coachella, Saturday headliner, Tame Impala.
Yeah.
Their new album from them, that's gonna be exciting to a lot of people. They're a big act. They still stream a ton right now. So like that'll be
Mm.
huge when that happens. But if you look at all the other Coachella headliners, most of these people already released music this year or, probably want to see. I guess Solange also on Saturday. I think there's been talk of her having an album ready. So that
For
would
like
make
3 years
sense.
now.
Yeah. And then Josh Gambino, you know, we talked about this at the beginning of last year, and I wasn't expecting one in 2018. And this kind of changes my mind for this year, just because we remember he signed that new record deal at the beginning of last year, and he mentioned retiring the Josh Gambino name. Again, if he still goes through that, who knows? And he just came off a tour, but that was a really successful tour. I saw Stop was great, but he didn't have any new music there besides This Is America, which was a one-off song, and Feels
Mhm.
Like Summer got nominated for
Yeah.
a Grammy, again, one-off song. So, maybe he's hungry and ready for that because I don't think he's making Atlanta this year. So that wouldn't surprise me. But then, I mean, were there any other festival acts that like you saw as like signs of new music? Because like Governor's Ball you mentioned, I mean, there was no brand new people for that one. I mean, we've been thinking Vampire Weekend would have dropped last year. They're not at any of these early festivals, right?
Yeah, I think they'll probably drop sometime in probably right around like late April, May. I'm guessing Tame was supposed to come out in the summer, but with them playing Coachella, I have to imagine they want to play some new music there. Probably gonna drop a little bit earlier than thinking. I mean, the obvious ones on here that stand out: Rogers, Billie Eilish. Probably gonna be dropping some new music, but or that'd be her first album, I think.
She
I
has one
can't
project from last
recall.
year. I'm not sure if it's an album, but I mean, she's what, 16, 17, but she does crazy streams and you started hearing like Apple commercials and stuff. Yeah, that album's coming soon.
Zed probably is going to be dropping something new, but I'm not super jazzed for that.
It's okay.
Although, yeah, in terms of new music, I think we haven't seen a lot of people who are expected to drop albums this year on a lot of the festival lineups. Like Chance the Rapper is somebody that I think we're all expecting to drop an album this year. Cardi B promised an album this year. Um, I guess Kate Tronado would be somebody who's doing the festival circuit, which
Mm.
I'm looking forward to his album.
Disclosure. They
Ah,
teased some new songs at the end of last year. They mentioned more is coming, so I'm really hoping they come through. It's been a few years. That would be awesome. We're supposed to get a James Blake album perhaps as soon as this month. Again, his last album was 2016. That makes
mhm.
sense to me. That's cool. I like some James Blake songs, so I'll be down to hear some more. We know Hosier's releasing one in March, and
Mhm.
that's cool. Like that EP he dropped in the fall. It's been a while for him overall.
What about SZA? Do you expect her to drop new music? There was a rumor right around Christmas time that she was
Yeah.
about to.
Yeah, I mean, Control was what, early 2017, so yeah, she could easily do 2 years. That I don't know because the way TDE drops their music, it's very planned out. Everyone takes their turn, right? And
Mhm.
by all accounts, Schoolboy Q was supposed to have a fall album, but then when Mac Miller passed, they waited Q on the wait, right? So I think Q is the next one to drop, and I'm excited as hell for that. Blank Face was
Yeah.
2016, so it's been a while. Um, but then we also haven't gotten Absol in a while. He was the end of 2015. Do, with that Will was that long ago? Yeah. So I think on the other hand, SZA's really bust out in 2017, so it would make sense to keep that going. Focus on your two big hitters with Kendrick, obviously, but Yeah, I think they're gonna default to at least Q first, but it wouldn't surprise me if she is the last one of the other ones. But yeah,
Yeah, especially because she is headlining the third day of Governor's Ball, so I have to imagine she's going to be dropping something at some point before then,
mhm.
or maybe like right after then. Lewis the Child also would be an interesting name to look out for. I feel like they're poised. I mean, they're pretty big already, but I think they're poised to make that next level jump in the house EDM genre. I don't know. I'm actually really excited for the Rockin' Tours. You know, Jack White released an album that we did not like very much last year, but he released I believe it was 2 songs at the end of 2018 with the Rockin' Tours, and he hasn't released music from them in a decade. And the song sounded pretty good, and the Rockin' Tours aren't a band I listen to frequently, but they still rock. And Jack White, I think from his very electronic sounding, very unorthodox album to go back to something a little bit more rooted in an older sound would be a good move for him. So I'm excited for that. And also Curtis Harding is I don't think we've ever reviewed anything from him on here, but he's an artist I like a lot. Like a rock, an old school like rock sound,
Mm.
similar to like I don't want to say Hendrix, but he infuses a lot more like jazz into it, and very interesting artist. So I'm hoping he drops something this year. It's been 2 years since his last album. I think
Yeah.
that'll probably do it for music. Any others?
It's been a long time since Justin Bieber dropped anything. Fall 2015. Could this be
Oh
the year?
shit,
Just got
that's a
married,
great call.
technically. So wouldn't surprise me.
Alabama Shakes would be great too.
On the other side of that coin, Selena Gomez also hasn't released an album in a while, and she's the most followed person on Instagram. Like she's fucking gigantic. It's been a while, you know. She had some personal issues, health issues, and stuff. So that wouldn't
Mhm.
surprise me. Similar to Cardi B, Ariana Grande is probably dropping another project this year. Thank You
Mhm.
Next was a number one hit. She released other songs on top of that. Not all of them popped as
Mhm.
much. So that sounds like it's actually kind of close, which is kind of weird. I feel
Mhm.
like she should keep waiting. But then on the rap side, 2 Chainz, rapper Go to League is supposed to be coming out for a while. So I'm excited for that if he does in fact drop that. And lastly, Lil Pump, Harvard Dropout, supposed to come out a few months ago, but he just dropped that new Butterfly Doors track, and I love that song so much. And I'm really excited because I feel like he's really getting down to like making knows what he's good at, and he's gonna start to keep doing that. So I'm excited for that. Unironically, but yeah, we're gonna get some surprises. Like, do you think Drake takes off this year? He didn't take off the past 3. Um,
Do you
does it?
think
I don't know.
Kanye drops another album?
Yeah, apparently he's in
Beyond
Miami. Yeah, apparently he's in Miami right now with like a bunch of names, young and old. So I do think he dropped something. It's probably not called Yandi, which I like as a name, but
yeah.
you know, I also like So Help Me God. He didn't keep that one either. Um, yeah, I do think he dropped something, probably the May time. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting year. Music is nonstop. Like, there's just always something to be talking about with it. So, we'll be reviewing all of that and more, most likely